Hi everyone. I know it's been a while since I made any videos, but I thought today would be a good day. um, I don't know if anybody else realizes this because there's been so much going on and everything in our news, everything. Like, is anyone concerned that all the Zionists are buying up all our media and TikTok and they're monitoring everything we say and do, and if it's something they don't like or disagree with their narrative, then ironically enough, your video doesn't get posted. Well, a lot of people, what happened to Charlie Kirk, God rest his soul, was devastating. It was absolutely devastating. But I noticed that because of that, which I totally understand, that should be a priority news. I noticed that everyone's kind of forgetting about Gaza. No one's really talking about it anymore. No one's bringing it up. No one realizes that the war is still going on. Why? I thought we had a peace agreement. Yeah, peace, as long as Palestinians do what they're supposed to do, which is being misplaced away from their homes into other homes. I was watching Tucker Carlson, and he went to a refugees type place to visit some of the Palestine people and kids, and what was on the video, or what they could show on the video, was absolutely devastated. They're little children with their fingers gone, arms gone, legs gone, face mutilated. These are children. You mean to tell me children are Hamas? Really? And then they're all being misplaced all around the world. And I know that I have more conservative views, obviously. But if they're all Hamas and they're being placed in America, wouldn't that mean America would be in trouble? If Hamas, I mean, it's ludicrous. It's ludicrous. There's no other way of putting it. It's bullshit. It's just their talking points to justify what is going on in Gaza. I can't understand how people can be okay with this. Like, seriously, okay with it. Like, for 1 minute, take the thing in your heart, like, what? That was my kid. You know, what if my house was demolished? What if my children, I couldn't eat? You know, that's what I think about all the time. Like, how would you feel if the shoe was on the other foot, if it was you and your family? I said I wouldn't get emotional in this video, and I'm trying not to, but it just blows my mind. And it's just weird how coincidentally Charlie Kirk gets assassinated for the world to see, right in front of us all. TPUSA just went back to normal. They're taking over. Still using Charlie's name, of course. Still playing his videos, of course. Charlie was the only reason why anybody, other than their Zionist fucking donors, Anybody that watched TPUSA is because it was Charlie Kirk. That's the only reason why. Nobody gives a fuck about TPUSA anymore. Especially all their new parts of TPUSA. Like their Judea Christians. What in the fuck is a Judea Christian? I mean, seriously, they're just making up religions now. I'm just boggled by all this chaos that's happening around, and it really bothers me. It really bothers me, and everybody's attacking Candace Owens when she's legit asking real, honest questions, because there are serious questions to be asked. Something went awry in that whole situation. I don't know what it is. And to be honest with you, I'm not even smart enough to go into that whole situation, you know. But when I listen to Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson, and then you hear Tim Pool and the way he spoke about Candace Owens, what kind of man speaks about a mother, a wife and a mother who just has questions on national, well, YouTube, Rumble, whatever. I don't get that. Why is everybody's just going like back to normal, or trying to? I mean, TPUSA is certainly going back to normal, trying to put somebody else in Charlie's shoes, and like we're all gonna watch it and be excited. No, Charlie's gone. God rest his soul. I have no part of that company ever again. I will not be donating my money to that cause. Not at all. And it's ironically enough, Erica Kirk was talking about how some of these podcasters, like Candace Owens, are making hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. But they've made $140 million. Million. Since Charlie Kirk has died. How what kind of fucking authority gives them the right to say anything that's making not even a quarter of what they're making? Not even what, 5% of what they made? I mean, you can't make this shit up. You really can't. It just blows my mind. I don't know. And like Nick Fuentes was so against Zionists for the longest time. And now he's against Candace Owens for asking questions. So how did he pivot so differently so fast? Like, what changed his mind? I'm not saying that Israel had anything to do with Charlie Kirk's death, but I am saying that it is by some divine coincidence that Charlie Kirk died the way he died, in the middle of this peace treaty that was going on, you know, whatever. And now nobody's looking at what's really going on around the world. Gaza. And to be honest with you, Guyana. There's, I mean, parts of Africa are being hostaged and starved out. Nobody's talking about them either. I don't know much about that whole situation because all the podcasters that I listen to have never brought it up. So it never got into my brain. I just happened to see it on a video on TikTok, and I was just blown by it. And they had made a good point, you know, like everyone's talking about Gaza, but nobody is talking about what's going on in different parts of Africa. I mean, it's just weird. And I still can't believe that people are okay with the fact that they're misplacing, they're making Gaza people move all over the world, taking their land from them, literally stealing their land from them, and they can never come back home. But Trump and his son-in-law, and I mean that Kushner guy, his son-in-law, and Bibi Netanyahu, they're making all these resorts there. It's gonna be a beach town. What in the fuck? Like, seriously, I don't understand. I'm like baffled by this. I don't know. Anyways, on a lighter note, my weight has not changed that much. I'm only down to 224 now, which blows my mind because my weight is coming off so slow. It's unbelievable. I feel like it's in a turtle race. But the weird thing is, everyone that I see now tells me that I look incredible. I don't have makeup on now, so of course I don't look incredible now, but you know, everywhere I go, everyone says, wow, you lost so much weight, you look incredible, blah, blah, blah. But I don't feel that way. When I look in the mirror, I don't see beauty. I see grotesqueness. I see disgusting. I disdained what I look like. I just... I thought, like, the whole time before I had gastric bypass and all the time from the day I started Ozempic, I thought, wow, I'm finally losing weight. And I just looked so forward to the day. First it was like, I can't wait for the day where I'm under 350. And then once I hit that, I couldn't wait till I was under 300. And then, you know, under that, and then I kind of stalled for a long time, for a year, and now I'm losing weight again, and I again say I can't wait till I'm under 200. But am I gonna be happy? No, I'm always gonna want to be something smaller. I have this imaginary thought in my head that I'm magically going to be beautiful just because I lost weight. But the truth of the sad fact about it is that that's not the case. You have to find beauty within yourself. You have to find confidence within yourself. And if you can't, you have a problem. And I definitely have a problem. And I knew I'd have extra skin, but in my mind, I had my weight fluctuated when I was young, in my teen years, in my 20s, it fluctuated. So I just thought, you know, I'll always bounce right back. Well, duh, Kathy, you're not young anymore. You're not going to bounce back. All that skin is there for good. There are options for me to get the skin removal. I guess it's extremely painful, and since I have a history of blood clots, I'm not sure that I want to take that chance, because what if I die for a surgery that wasn't even necessary? I leave my family, my children, my grandchildren, my daughter-in-law, what all because of a surgery that I in my mind thought I would look better. Will I look better? Maybe. Maybe not. Probably not, because not all the, first of all, cosmetic surgery is not covered through insurance. But sometimes with people that lost extreme amount of weight, there are some procedures that can be covered. Like, I don't know the correct name for it, but it's basically a tummy tuck. But, so it's basically a tummy tuck, and I look at a lot of videos on TV with the different people that have had tummy tucks, cosmetic surgery after gaining a lot of weight and losing a lot of weight and whatever, and they don't look good. It's like your body is structured differently. It's like it's not going to be the way I looked before I gained the weight, is what I'm saying, you know? So somewhere down the line, I need to figure out what's going to make me happy and what's not going to make me happy. And right now, I'm just going to focus on getting out of the house more. I'm going to volunteer. I used to volunteer at my church. They have a food pantry, and I used to volunteer there. Now I'm going to be volunteering there again, but this time for the cafe, giving out coffee and cookies and stuff. It's really easy, but I think I'm going to make sure I do that every Tuesday and Thursday so that I have something to do to keep me occupied and busy. I have Mass. Today's Sunday. I should be getting ready for, I don't even know what time it is, but I need to get ready for Mass and figure out how the hell I'm going to get there, because there's so much snow outside. I'm not 100% sure I can walk it because it's up hills and stuff, and there's a ton of snow and ice. I don't want to slip and fall the whole time I walk into church, you know. But I do have a few friends now, or people that I love, and I call my friends. Her name is Peggy. She's one of them, and she's very kind, and she is always fighting for abortion to end, and for young mothers to realize there's other options. You don't have to have an abortion if you're pregnant and you think, oh, this is gonna ruin my life. With my point on that whole matter is it doesn't ruin your life. Children are, oh my God, children are such a blessing. I absolutely love that I have children. I love that there are people that I get to visit and people that I get to laugh with and talk with and gossip with about the rest of our brothers and sisters. You know, we laugh and we just have a good time. My kids are such a blessing, you know. And ironically enough, I thought about abortion when I found out I was pregnant with twins. Mainly because I wasn't exactly sure who the father was. And one of them, I did not want to be the father. So if I knew that he was the father, I was definitely going to have an abortion. But unfortunately, God had plans because he ended up being the father of my twins. But I don't take it back. I still love my twins, and I'm glad they're here. No matter what, and no matter who their father is, it doesn't matter. He may be their father, but I wouldn't trade them in for the world. So anyways, there's options for abortion. And then there's Trish, and she's really helping me learn more about Catholicism, because even though I grew up in the church and I made my sacraments and stuff, and I did everything I was supposed to do, I was away from the church for a very long time, so a lot of what I learned I kind of forgot, you know. So it's like I had to relearn it all over again. So then there's Betty. Betty's awesome. I like her a lot. She's a nice lady, and All these women are older than me, but that's totally cool. I'm an old soul anyway, so it doesn't bother me. I don't want to be around people my age. People my age and younger seem to be immature and want to party and stuff, and that's just not my forte anymore. So anyways, Betty's really nice. Her and I went to make reefs the other day, yesterday actually, and her reef turned out beautiful. Oh, she's very crafty. I kind of copied her, but I didn't copy her in the beginning, so my reef looks half-assed. Because she showed me how to make it look better, and I just was like, yay, thank you. So even though my reef looks like shit this year, next year when the workshop happens, hopefully Adopt the Block has the same workshop next year. They have a workshop every month, and it's something different, and because it's Christmas, it's reef making. So now I think I have reef making down packed, and I think I'll do a much better job if I do it again like next year. Anyways, I can't really think of anything else that I wanted to discuss. I mean, I know the podcast people that I listen to are never going to see this video. I mean, they have millions of videos online, probably tens of millions, maybe even thousands of a million, or if that's even a thing. Anyways, so they're never going to see this, but Candace Owens, keep fighting. You're doing a good job. And people can say what they want, but the truth always prevails. Always. And as far as Tucker Carlson, you too. Keep fighting. Keep exposing the evils of the world, because people really need to know that. Okay, my dogs are barking. I gotta go. Bye.